last session was tough. We ended the session with a mirror in the mirror room, mirror dimension, whatever you want to call it. And that was rough. I think we'll do a little more altered item searching, and then probably go into more story. I'm sure we're close. We've done a lot, and I can tell just by looking at my trophies that we've collected most of these trophies. So this means that we're probably really close to the end. Which is unfortunate because I don't want to leave this world just yet. I also want to do a couple more of those pop-up events. That take place. Yeah, we finished you already, and now there are agents here, which is good. Still feel bad for just cheating my way out of that, but it is what it is, right? So what are we doing? First off, we got a lot of stuff in here. This is a 16 to our 21. This is a 25 to our 21 or 51. So now. Shield strength at plus 50%. Launch energy cost is minus 21%. Energy recovery is at 36%. That's not bad. Reload speed. Never really cared about that. Let's go through each one. Alright. That's the 3 explosive thing. Got blast radius and projectile speed. I think I'm going to keep that. Spin. Rate of fire. No. Ammo refund on chance hit. Ammo for refund chance on hit. It's a real good one. I like that. This makes me have to just shoot a lot in the air. Ammo cost per shot. I definitely want accuracy. 27 is much better than the 20. So I'll get rid of the 20. Spin's good. Charge we checked. Let's check shatter. What do we got here? I've already got plus 10 on the projectiles. Spread. Ooh, that's at 30. Yeah, we'll take you. Instead of a minus 20. And that's ammo cost per shot. That's less than what we have. So projectile spread is narrowed, firing more projectiles, and it costs less to shoot them. I think shatter's good. And we have pierce. 33, 36, no. Hey Lexi, how are you? Oh, jeez. test. Miss Jackson, thank you very much. Damage from aiming and just damage. So, really just, my Pierce is literally just as much damage as possible. Although Zoom wouldn't be nice, or wouldn't be bad if you're, for my third. Right now, we're gonna run with charge. What assets do we get? We unlocked this. And these. Case file, did we not? The item should be kept in a sealed chamber with minimal external visibility. A hanging mirror, oval in shape. Well, good luck with that, Lexi. The frame is made of ornately wrought brass. The item does not reflect its surroundings accurately. The item's effect is complex. Most notable is the fact that the glass transports individuals to a paranatural space when touched. In this space is an imperfect reflection of our reality. Some objects inside the reflection are simple mirror images. Some are blank, while some do not appear at all. The reflection only contains areas within a blank distance from the item itself. That's why we only had a certain area in Mirrorland as opposed to the entire oldest house. Relocating the item has proven that the reflection changes to depending on its surroundings. Agents have been sent in to explore the reflection. Blank has been observed in the test subjects since inside, believed to be psychosomatic. Prolonged exposure to the reflection is not advisable. So we want to look at missions. We're going to go do this. Maintenance, energy converters. Yep. We're going maintenance. There you go, troopers and maintenance. Kill his snipers. And kill enemies of service open in charge. And I'm bringing charge. So we're going to maintenance. Energy converters. I think yeah, the entrance is right there. You don't get to play every week. I don't know what you're talking about. I mean, if you are playing every week, that's great. I'm not. Unless it's this weird thing in your head, or you're just watching other people play. Is that what you're saying? So you're crazy. Got it. I mean, they are fictitious. Or maybe you're fictitious. That means we need another episode of Threshold Kids to find out, don't you think? Don't start that shit. Fucking hell, man. Fighting one person. Next thing you know, boom. It's just lame. You're right, it's just lame. Yeah, you're a funny man. Alright, let's cleanse these three things. Containment, containment, research. So, charge mode. Let's abandon you. This one's shatter. And this is charge. Okay. So we're going containment, seal. Okay, so let's. Oh, the mannequin's in the location we need to go for the story. I guess we're going to advance the story for a bit. I'd watch my kid. Yep. Well, you're not wrong. I guess I am kind of garbage at this game. Or just games in general. We're going to look for the flamingo. Checkpoint, back to the hole. Been in here though. Down there. Yeah, we'll go to the corridor.
got to be an altered item.
That was fucking trippy. Too late, already in the light.
This thing again.
What is this thing again?
You got into another altered item. What does this thing want? Is it fighting a bull?
I aimed for that thing. So I guess stay on a platform as much as possible. Does it aim at the platform?
That's got to be an altered item.
Oh, every time you hit a wall. That's getting trippier.
This thing again. Got into another altered item. What does this thing want? Is it fighting a board?
Hits where I'm standing.
I never did like flamingos. Too pink.
August 12th, 1997. No unique procedure required. Altered status is suspected but unverified. A plastic pink flamingo lawn ornament. 2 steel prongs extend from its underside. The item is suspected to influence atmospheric physics, altering meteorological phenomena in the area. This effect is currently unconfirmed. New altered effect has been observed. See file AI46.d for details. That was one that the crazy man was walking around with. Getting my ass kicked. Like, these things just swing in and hit me once and my health is almost all gone. Maybe it's the weapon? Maybe I just don't know how to use shatter or charge just yet? Oh, you're gonna say get good? That's different, you're right. Charge and shatter. Detective studies. Yeah, completely. It fires a powerful explosive payload that's extremely dangerous to anything in its blast zone, including you. Alright. Got it. Listen, you can start talking more trash to me when you find the tip of that sword. How about that? Yup. I dare. Well, that sucks. Oh, hell. Yes, I approve of that.
Disappearing ducks. Great. This must be one of Langston's altered items.
Amazing mold. Where the fuck did you go? I hear the quack quacks. How the fuck? I'm spending 20 minutes trying to capture a duck. Ever sneak up on a rubber ducky? Oh my god. I'm gonna murder someone.
Finally, no more quacking.
Goddamn duck. Rubber duck, January 2nd, 2001. Direct contact with the item is not permitted. Safety gloves are required when handling. Item is a yellow rubber duck bath toy from the 1950s. A single hole at the bottom allows air and water to flow in and out. The item makes a sound analogous to quacking. The item travels considerable distances with surprising speed. How it achieves this motion is unknown. The item forms a blank of unknown purpose with anyone who makes direct physical contact with it. It begins to follow them, quacking often. This has led to a researcher named Blank entering cardiac arrest. Though due to the individual's health issues, the matter may not be connected to the item's effect. Appendix. Item on loan to the research sector for further study. The man had a fucking heart attack having to deal with the goddamn duck for so long. That's funny and sad at the same time. Yeah. Really, Chris? Where did that come from? What happened there? Did I literally just shoot some random thing that just popped up? This thing's great against the mold, but it's just really not great against much anything else. It's injured me more than it's done anything, than it's helped me. Yeah, that's exactly it. How'd you figure it out? Oh, there can be worse than that. Don't you worry. I thought about the possibility of every time you get near a child, they die. Yep. Yeah. So yeah, there's worse than death there, buddy. I mentioned it. Wish I had that power. He did. Fuck him. When you said that, you weren't talking to me, were you? I knew it. I need to go to the mail room. Let's be smart about it. I'd like to complete a couple of these and not die. I'm not going to use charge and blow myself up in the face. God, no, please. Going on. Did I mess it up? going on right now. Like, is there a bad guy still around here? Oh, I'm just securing the area. Okay, they'll keep spawning, but apparently they stop spawning. But my secure the area bar is still going up. Okay. Just went out here? Oh shit. Didn't spawn the next wave of them. That's better. Which way did it come from? There you are. Let's keep getting those things. All right. The mannequin's in the same area as this, so we're just going to do that. There's whole sections we haven't touched yet. The game's not over just yet. Alright. I'm not calling you Daddy Mac. No. Nope. Not a thing. Going in the right direction? Yes. Prime Candidate Program Transit Corridor. Second here. July 15th, 2005. Background blank. She was admitted to a mental ward for emotional instability soon after relocating to Illinois with her family in 1914. The item only appears on record again in 2006 when the Bureau investigated a sudden rise in disappearances in blank, Illinois. Agents found the item hanging in the local library. They contained it quickly, though the missing people of the town were never recovered. Supplementary materials. August 18th, 1915. We certify that the case of Mrs. Blank has shown her to be a lunatic under the reasons of hysteria, bad company, and imaginary female trouble. Her fixation with the family looking-glass is noteworthy, though not an uncommon matter when considering the female disposition. Mrs. Carver is a fit subject for the lunatic asylum and will remain in its confines until her affliction is past. Signed, Dr. Blank. That's weird.
To find new prime candidates, the Bureau needs a director. Our future. P6 and P7.
After North Moore stepped down, I doubled every effort to find new prime candidates. There was no one. No one but me. That wasn't good enough. I pushed hard. I never wanted the Bureau to end up in that situation again. The Bureau needs a director. Always. When my time reaches an end, I want more options on the table. P1 through P5 were all false leads, dead ends, and disappointments. Then P6, Dylan Faden. He fell into our arms. No parents, they're gone, casualties of an AWE. The boy has exceptional talent. The oldest house will be his home. We'll build him from the ground up. He'll be trained and taken care of. Darling can be in charge of this project. I can't. I'll stay away. I will not fail the boy like I failed my own family, my daughter and my wife. We weren't careful enough back then. Something came home with me. I took work home. My Susanna got sick. When I realized my mistake, I wanted to bring her here for Darling to do what he could. Kate flat out refused. Civilian doctors treated our daughter, but they didn't have a clue. She died. Kate left me. Same old story. That was a long time ago. The Bureau is all I have now. And the prime candidates are our future. There are two, P6 and P7.
Who's P7?
We're spoiled for choice.
So Dylan's P6, who's P7? just having an off night. I guess last night's fucking stream sapped all of my tact, my tactical abilities, and my skills, and now I'm just a fucking potato at a controller. Assassin. His head explode on his own. Thank you very much. Well. Oh, I forgot about Shield Rush. Thank you, Dan. Let's try it on these yokes. Oh, Lord, yeah. The next yoke. So, yeah. That's pretty cool. I mean, it's no rubber duck, but... Yes.
Stepping to the FBC, there's lots to do, there's lots to read, but you don't dash and don't see much. Let's join the Thresher Keys. Let's join the Thresher Keys.
I can see you're upset, Meg. Why don't you tell Uncle Mr. Bones what's wrong?
I did bad on my clairvoyance test.
You can't ace every test, Meg. You see, everyone has different brains. Some brains can talk to each other. We call this ESP.
ESP?
Some brains can lift objects like a baseball. Talk about a fly ball, eh, Meg? So who cares if you fail your clairvoyance test? Maybe your brain can throw baseballs, or talk to dead people, or make friends blind. Once we know what your brains can do, we'll know what job to give you. And if your brains are just right, you'll get to sit in the big chair.
What if I don't want the big chair?
What if I don't want the big chair?
Everyone wants the big chair, Meg!
That's why we're all here. Use those brains to listen for once, or the only chair you'll get in is the one with straps.
Yes. Just yes. Yes. Just randomly, Dan. Just no interruptions. Use that brain for once. Otherwise, the only big chair you're gonna get It's the one with straps. AWE 35, September 1st, 2010 to September 14th, 2010, Bright Falls, Washington. An unconfirmed threshold manifestation at Cauldron Lake, Washington resulted in a fictional story written by the author Alan Wake, creating an AWE in which reality was altered to match that of the story, though only locally and for a limited time. Mr. Kirkland, head of investigations, was alerted on September 13th, 2010 by ex-Bureau agent Frank Breaker, C. Blank, that an AWE event was taking place in Bright Falls, Washington. Further events investigated in 1970, 1976, 1978. Breaker had received a call from Barry Wheeler, Alan Wake's literary agent, on behalf of Breaker's daughter, Sarah, who is the current sheriff of Bright Falls. A Bureau field team arrived at the site 2 days later, only to confirm that the event was over. Interviews were conducted, referred to the 1970 Blank Thomas Zane, 1976, 1978 Odin Anderson, Tor Anderson. Alan Wake was believed to Blank instigator. Eyewitness reports highlight an old light switch, possible object of power, that Blank missing. Wake was not found at the scene. Reports claim he dived into the lake, but no body was recovered in the search. That's awesome, because this company that developed this game also developed Alan Wake. So the fact that they've thrown that in, this Easter egg, is pretty awesome. And it just means I have to play Alan Wake.
I wish things had gone differently in Ordinary for us. But wishing won't change things. Finding the projector will.
There's so much coming together in this one case. A new object of power, something we have not seen before. I mean, coming from me, that's saying something. And the boy, Dylan Faden, Prime Candidate 6. And the sister as well. Once we catch up with her, but the boy, so much potential. We're talking Northmore level readings here. And I don't want to invoke his name, but it's completely different circumstances here. It's remarkable. There was an incident. Yes. We lost a valuable member of our team, yes. Excessive force. Dylan has so much. But he's just a kid. I'll take the blame. He needs some slack. I mean, boys will be boys. He's exceptional and under a lot of stress. Robert's got killed. It's an unfortunate accident, that's all. Marshall needs to realize this. We will make this work. We'll make this work.
Transcript of conversation. Subject, Dylan Faden. For review by Dr. Darling. Note, subject was alone during this outburst. You again, I thought I told you to leave me alone. Why are you showing me this? I can't do anything. Can't you see where I am? Why don't you help me get the fuck out of here? You always show me things I can't do anything about. Stop showing me her. I don't care anymore. And I don't care about you. You both left me here to rot. Fuck off, you bitch. I will dig out my own brains if it means getting rid of you. I don't want you here. Get the fucking message. Subject repeated the phrase fuck off numerous times before being sedated at 17:53.
ordinary. So much coming together in this one case. A new object of power, something we have not seen before. I mean, coming from me, that's saying something. The boy, Dylan Faden, Prime Candidate 6. And the sister as well. Well, once we catch up with her, but the boy, so much potential. We're talking Northmore level readings here. And I don't want to invoke his name, but it's completely different circumstances here. It's remarkable. There was an incident. Yes. We lost a valuable member of our team, yes. Excessive force. Dylan has so much. But he's just a kid. I'll take the blame. He needs some slack. I mean, boys will be boys. He's exceptional and under a lot of stress. Roberts got killed. It's an unfortunate accident, that's all. Marshall needs to realize this. We will make this work. We'll make this work.
Just make sure to, even though it shows the video, to go in and watch the video, because redacted. P6 victim autopsy. Agent killed during blank involving blank blank. Codename P6. Autopsy findings. 1. Blunt force injuries of the head and neck. 2. Extensive trauma of the abdominal region. A. Lacerations and contusions of the upper and lower torso. Fracture of the spinal cord between L1 and L2 vertebrae. Avulsion fracture of the 3rd through 10th ribs, left and right. Blunt force injuries of the extremities. Abrasions, lacerations, and contusions of the extremities. Dislocation of left and right elbow. Dislocation of left and right knee. Conclusion: after examination, it was determined that the cause of death was internal bleeding that occurred when the blank was contorted through his blank. Yeah. Yeah. This is the visualization of the actual... Oh, they paused it. The storage area.
Is this what Dylan wanted me to see? It doesn't matter. We need to find that projector. All the times I felt paranoid, I was right. The Bureau could have given me the answers, but they just stood by and watched me.
Candidate P7. Movement tracking. Eastward movement, cause for concern. Wyoming, Nebraska, Iowa, Illinois, Indiana, Ohio. Yeah. So they're keeping track of her this whole time. She was heading out towards them.
We used to play there all the time. Me and Dylan, and other kids as well. I loved it. This time, I remember, was different. We found a way in, deeper into it, like it had shifted. We went inside, and that's where we found the slide projector.
A dump is a place for lost things. Things that have been thrown away. Did you ever feel that way when you were growing up, Jesse?
What? No. Yes, but that has nothing to do with...
Was there a slide projector at your home when you were small?
No.
Those were before your time, I suppose. But your family did look at photos together, maybe? In one form or the other?
Maybe.
When was this? Can you remember? At parties? Barbecues? How did it make you feel? Did your parents ever show pictures that embarrassed you? Was alcohol ever involved at these parties? Did your parents drink? Did that make you uncomfortable?
No, that's just stupid. Come on. That has nothing to do with this. Nothing.
The slide projector, let me ask you this. As a child, did you ever fantasize about worlds inside pictures? Inside a painting? You know, stepping into a painting, into a hidden world, escaping and finding adventure there, away from your parents.
I don't think so. I don't remember. Maybe. I don't know.
Ordinary AWE. What?
They studied what happened in Ordinary here. That's the place to start looking.
I see your creepy teeth delivery and raise you a dead dog. Yeah, like a straight up deceased dog. Had a collar on it and everything. It had been rotting in that box since they packed it up. Go ahead and imagine how that smelled. So don't go whining to me. Wish I got to watch a parade of human teeth. And then here's the reply. Okay, Mr. Dead Dog, what do you think of this? You know that airplane we brought in? Like the actual proper airplane? Guess who they made catalog every individual piece of that plane to be examined for suspected altered status? I had to count every bolt, nut, and piece of non-connected metal. And that's just on the exterior of the damn thing. Do you know how many pieces of hardware it takes to make an airplane? I do. I do. These people just pissed. We got a boss fight. Just waiting for me. David Lindquist. Willow AWE. Inventory list of recovered materials. A hollow sphere, stone-like material. Vitrified soil. Blank pieces of various sizes and colors. Animal carcass, possibly canine. Rusted metal bucket. Leather wallet. Aged shotgun cartridge. All materials go to the investigation sector for further analysis. That's messed up. I approve.
Dylan and I were both prime candidates. Experiments.
No interruptions.
Very different ones, sure, but both in a cell of some sort. Am I out of the cell now, or is all this, the house and being the director, just another cell? Who's really in charge here? We're going back home. Of course we are. It started there, and it's never gone away.
I don't care about those anymore. Just need source for this one, some remote thoughts for that one. Let's clean these out. Dump site, ordinary AWE, Sterling AWE. Typewritten page, August 27th, 2019. The page was discovered in an instance of the Ocean View Motel and Casino that was linked to the investigation sector. The page had been pushed into the motel's corridor from under the door with the symbol of a spiral. Blank. Appendix. Text transcribed from the item. For 10 years I've tried to write my escape, only sinking deeper. I used to know where fiction ends and reality begins. Here they're all the same. It's a hideous trap, my every thought made real. Fear, desire. How can I ever know for sure I've escaped and not just lost in my own fantasy of it? That thought alone can drive you mad. The identifiable words in the scratched out portion. Falls, Bright Falls. Haunting, Wake, Alan Wake. Light switch, Ocean. Too late, in the final sentence. You've been warned. Again. More Alan Wakey Wake stuff.
There's gotta be a way to rotate these tracks. Maybe there's a control panel nearby.
The first part of it. Guess who just got to inspect an inbound delivery of like 100 teensy tiny little boxes? Me, that's who. You know what's inside each one of them? A single human tooth. Fucking gross. And the guy's like, yeah, I'll raise you a dead dog. And he's like, alright, Mr. Dead Dog, what do you think of the fucking plane? That's funny.
Won't rotate. Something's blocking. It won't rotate. Something's blocking it. So this is the story. Something's bad. Something bad is gonna happen here.
Bust out the shotty. I keep this thing handy for close encounters. Back around that corner. There is no back around that corner. Oh, that's cool. I approve. Slamming through the wall. That was kind of cool. Once I start that power up, chaos will begin. Is that the airplane that dude was talking about? The elevator takes us up to the ordinary AWE, which is what we want. Second floor. Anything up here? Hello? No, and that's all wire mesh. So that's probably where the elevator takes me up there. Okay. Let's finish this. Don't know what that did. It lit it up. There's a box back here. Did I miss one? No, there's one, two. Oh, the elevator door opened. Maybe it was just a power. The elevator? That makes no sense. Let's go see. What's the worst that could happen, right? I mean, death. That's the worst, yeah. Party people. graphics are fluid. Gameplay is creepy as shit, but it's cohesive. And there's really well writing. I can't think of many flaws for this game. For me. I'm glad it was free for the month. I'm glad I picked it up. The only downside I think is the fact you didn't hear much about this game. Maybe when it came out initially, but since it's such a weird game, it was hard for people to describe it. Yeah, thank you. All flaws are user generated. Airplane Evaluation Order, compiled by Hubert Tan, order of Casper Darling. Airplane Wreckage Summary. The airplane in question has been brought in from a private airfield located in the town of Blank, Cincinnati. It is suspected to be connected to the Blank AWE. See case file blank for details. It is being evaluated for altered status. The plane is currently being stored in the transit corridor in the containment sector, brought there through the New York subway tunnel. Special Access Blank. For more information on Tunnel Blank and links to urban legends centered on ghost stations, abandoned tracks, and Blank, see this file. The plane's black box is currently being evaluated for blank, and initial readings have been taken by a research team, though no altered status has yet been detected. Yeah, if you just downloaded it and you like what you're seeing right here, you're gonna love this game. It's such a wonderful game. If you like weird, unsettling, creepy atmosphere, a mystery, really cool combat, and my personal favorite, kids shows. Then it's right up your alley.
I'm so sorry, Meg. What happened?
I don't know. He blacked it out.
It's like the director says. Confidential and children both start with C.
And the director's a puppet. A dirty, rotten, fart person.
Dad says my mama went missing in action. She walked into the city and didn't come back. I don't know what missing in actions is, but I sure wish someone would find her.
I'll help you look, Topher. We'll find your mama together.
Yes. I'm towards the end of the game, so yeah, there are powers you get, and those are a couple of them. She's trying to find her brother and find out what happened to her past. It's so great. And so she goes to this building and starts finding information, and any more would be a spoiler, and I don't want to spoil you, especially for a game like this. It's too good. Witness testimonies. The first slide was a room with dirty wallpaper and dolls on a shelf. There were lots of dolls. The house was empty. No one lived there. We played in there a lot. It was our secret playhouse. Oh, the first one was from Dylan in an interview. The second one was from one of Jesse's therapy sessions. Went to school with Neil. Some kids called him Nosebleed Neil. Note, likely Neil Hosenberg, missing. It was mean. He had asthma. Tom, note, likely Tom Barlow, missing. Barlow. And his gang. Freddie, note, likely Frederick Bartwell, missing. Hugo, note, no one by this name was found in public records. Bullied him. We brought Neil to the dump to play. Unconfirmed existence of additional slide, designation house. Yeah, if you're the type of person that wants to enjoy a story and not be spoiled by much as I enjoy immensely the fact that you're here hanging out with us, the fact that I'm pushing towards the tail end of this story might give you some spoilers before you're aware of it. So the last thing I would want to do is have you ruined if you're not ready for it. So just be warned. If you want to hang out, you're free to hang out. I enjoy the company, but I'm getting close to the end here. So if you want to experience it on your own, just saying.
You're listening to America Overnight, celebrating 29 years, shining a light in the shadows. Thanks for staying with us. Here's our first caller.
Hi. What I'm about to tell you, if they found out, I don't know what would happen.
If who found out, brother?
The men in the suits. They told me it was an industrial accident, but this is something else. Something nobody talks about. Ordinary.
This certainly doesn't sound very ordinary, Colin.
No, not ordinary. Ordinary. It's a town. And it wasn't an industrial accident. I mean, that's what they say, but that's bullshit.
Whoa, please watch the language, caller. Maybe 2 a.m. before still a family show.
I'm sorry. It's just, my brother was there. They said the town was destroyed, but it wasn't. I went there. The people are gone, but the town's there. It's still there.
So the population of an entire town disappears, yet the town remains. Tell me, was the phrase, "there is no salvation," written anywhere?
I'm not sure.
The same thing happened in Brazil in 23, a village called Fort Verde. More than 600 people just up and left. The government said they were fleeing guerrilla forces, but we know the truth. A mass abduction. As predicted by my regular guest, Dr. Quincy Raven.
Abduction? You mean aliens? That's bullshit! I know they're lying!
Now I warned you about the language, caller. I'm afraid we're gonna have to cut you off. Good timing, too. It's time for a short break. Hang in there. America Overnight will be right back.
IDAW 24, August 30th to September 14th. An AWE occurred in the town of Ordinary, caused by an object of power, slide projector, discovered by local children at the dump outside of town. When a specific set of slides are used in the projector, the projected images open doorways to other dimensions. Multiple slides were used by the children, resulting in the disappearance of the town's adult population. Event response. On August 30th, 2002, siblings Dylan Faden, 10 years old, CP6, and Jesse Faden, 11 years old, CP7, were playing at the local dump when they found a discarded slide projector. See OOP 15 case file and Darling presentations blank for details. A team led by Director Trench and Dr. Darling arrived at the site on September 14th. The AWE had ended, but the team found the Faden children, who led them to the slide projector and the slides, which had been burned with the exception of one. Jesse escaped when agents attempted to detain the pair. In total, 17 surviving individuals were found in the town. All of them were brought in for questioning and tests. See interviews blank and Prime Candidate Program files blank. Jason, there's no such thing as a Patreon or a PS5 sale.
There is a curious correlation.
We're gonna watch this. folder right here.
There is a curious correlation with the yet unknowable forces intruding upon our world, in the form of altered world events. These forces gravitate toward archetypal objects, a gun, a television, a supposedly haunted house. So clearly humanity affects this process. Our collective unconscious is a map of sorts. We hold the key, but we don't know how to use it. We create these archetypes through everyday life, popular culture, urban legends, but we are observing and influencing a complicated system in action. We can change the likelihood of something being a receptacle for these forces just by thinking about it. But we haven't found a method to control the outcome. And yet, there's something unique in us, in our dreams, in the conceptual reality with power, with our minds. What's the cause and what's the effect? Are we the starting point or just a necessary evil in this? A byproduct, a reflection, a projection? We'll struggle to find the answers to these hard questions, or die trying. With the yet unknowable forces intruding upon our world, in the form of altered world event.
Ordinary altered world event stage 4A. Witness testimonies. Jesse and me followed the dung monkeys to the cave. There was a lot of them. More of the kids from town had joined up. It was really scary. Jesse grabbed the projector and we ran as fast as we could. They chased us. I fell and hurt my knee. Jesse tried to help me, but the dung monkeys were coming. They were just about to get us, but then Neil showed up. Neil looked like a dog, like a melted dog, but I knew it was him. Neil said a lot of times he didn't like being a boy because Tom just beat him up. I think he liked being a dog. The projector wouldn't turn off, so we changed the slide to the hand. I heard her immediately. She promised to help. Jesse said we should call her Polaris. It's because she was doing stars at school. Extrapolated information. Additional slide designation hand is verified and in Bureau possession. Unconfirmed existence of paranatural entity designation Dog Neil.
These forces gravitate toward archetypal objects, a gun, supposedly haunted house. So clearly humanity affects this process. Our collective unconscious is a map of sorts. We hold the key, but receptacle for these forces just by thinking.
Yep. I have good that can throw.
Annual evaluation of Dylan Faden, formerly P6, performed by Dr. Carla Vaughn. The questions asked here correspond to the 5th iteration of the Gunner's psychological assessment. Are you ready, Dylan? Let's begin then. In a single word, describe the world around you.
Where's Castro?
Dr. Vaughn is out of the building today.
He's never out. He didn't want anything. He never visits, not since Robert. I'm going, it wasn't my fault. I couldn't control it yet, but I can now. I learned. We did you tell him?
In a single word, describe the world around you.
A prison. A cold, empty prison. Not even a poster on the wall.
What is the next number in the sequence 3, 6, 9, 12, 15?
18.
What day is it today?
How the hell would I know? It's not like you give me a calendar.
You find a rabbit in the woods. It is breathing, but not moving. You cannot see any blood. What do you do?
Leave it.
Expand on that.
It doesn't matter. The rabbit's not real. None of it's real.
What day is it today?
Do you enjoy asking people questions that can't be answered? Is this what gets you up in the morning? What you dreamed of doing as a scared, stupid little girl?
Can you describe a dog to me?
In ordinary, we had a friend. Nosebleed Neil. And when it all went crazy, you know what I mean. Nosebleed Neil turned into a dog. Or something like a dog.
What day is it tomorrow?
Fuck off! I don't know! There is no calendar! How can I fucking know?
Dylan, calm down.
Fuck you! Fuck you and fuck Casper! Hey! Are you watching this, you old fuck? Did you send your bitch because you're too scared of me? Where is Casper?
Security, get a team in here. I need...
Okay. Stage 2. After what happened at school to Mrs. Chester, we started spying on Tom and saw where they took the projector. Tom and his troglodytes were using the Sled Hill Cave as their headquarters. That's where the projector was. They'd been using the temple slide. We called it that, but really it was a broken concrete thing like a warehouse or a bomb shelter or something. Very dark. The Knot Mother lived there with her. Babies, children, I don't know. She was feeding Tom and the others her milk. They were changing into little monsters. We called them dung monkeys. Unconfirmed existence of additional slide designation temple. Unconfirmed existence of paranatural entity designation Knot Mother. Well, that's not creepy. Let's close this. Yes. We can upgrade Pierce to a 3rd. Let's do that. I need you. 48, 43, 36. Shield strength 48. I've got a 51. So that's not worth it. We just got a 3rd slot for Pierce. Pierce currently has damage while aiming and damage. This is damage low in health, damage after kills. Already got a damage while aiming, although this is better, so that's better. Let's get rid of you. Ammo cost while levitating, energy gain from headshots. Reload, rate of fire, zoom. Let's do zoom. Let's get some zoom in this guy. I'll switch back to shatter, because I like the shotgun. I need to clear everything, because that's how I am. We're going to go back and do the mannequin real quick. Mannequin's in containment. Prime candidate area. That means go to logistics. Get this last altered world event. Or, not an AW, altered item. And go talk to Langston, see what he has. Standing still is not advisable. Learn this. Right. Shotties up. What's in here? Looking for the mannequin. That's to continue. So I head back here to this really weird room. It starts to warp on us. I look for a mannequin. Holy shit. Need your help. You will fight for me now. There's the mannequin. That's why everything's warped. What is this? Bright Falls Supplement. September 1st, 2010. Okay. Another... Oh! Alan Wake. Mr. Wake's wife was found during the Bureau investigation. She was interviewed and evaluated. She showed signs of severe mental trauma in the form of blank memory loss. She was later directed to treatment. It was concluded that she had been trapped in the threshold during its manifestation. Notable individuals still missing after the Bright Falls event are FBI Special Agent Robert Nightingale and Dr. Emil Hartman. Refer to the Creator's Dilemma in the file Read the Cauldron Lake Lodge. Bureau researchers believe this event was the result of a forceful perception of a subjective reality stemming from Mr. Wake, overlapping on our own. Wake has been flagged as a potential para-utilitarian. See Prime Candidate Program file for more details. In 2011, a book by Clay Stewart titled The Alan Wake Files was published by Roundabout Press, New York and Olympia. Agents interviewed Clay Stewart and suspected minor para-utilitarian sensitivity. He was placed under indefinite surveillance. Notes: a monitoring station was established at Cauldron Lake to alert the Bureau of any future activity. It's just so cool. I see the mannequin. Just collecting things. Before anything else gets to me. I just fucking die. Which has been known to occur. It's trippy how it's just twisting everything. I like it, it's just weird. Let's go see what we can do with the mannequin.
God, the only thing creepier than one mannequin is a few dozen of the damn things.
That way. It's not awkward. Weird. Or uncomfortable.
New Bureau policy. No more mannequins.
Got it. Acquisition date, December 23rd, 1967. No known procedures for preventing the item's effect. Update, 390. Lining the item's cell with a newly discovered black rock has yielded positive results. Test with other altered items. Description: a wire and fabric waist mannequin. The base and head are made of stained wood. The item duplicates. The trigger for this behavior is unknown. No correlation can be found in either the number of duplications that manifest during an episode or the duration for which they last before disappearing. Yeah. Back to logistics. Langston. He's in... Oh, he is over here in containment. In the Panopticon. Hopefully there's no more fetch quests from him. One has to wonder, the writing team for this game, just thinking up weird things.
You guys didn't bring, like, checkers or anything, did you?
Any active duty security personnel found engaging in non-sanctioned leisure activities will be relieved of duty pending review, sir.
You could have just said no.
Every altered item on your list is now back in the Panopticon, safe and sound.
That's a load off my mind. Missing altered items don't exactly reflect well on me, you know. Did they give you any trouble?
The flamingo pulled me into the astral plane just like the fridge did. That same creature was there.
I was looking over the old activity reports, and multiple items have been displaying much more destructive behavior in the past few weeks. There's some connection there, I bet, but that's a bit above my pay grade.
Well, something to keep an eye on.
And if I have any more runaways, I'll know just who to call.
I guess this is my life now.
I'll see you later, Langston.
I'll be here, like always.
Okay. Now we can spend some abilities. So we can increase C's. Sees an additional person. Increase the shield, or launch damage. Or just get health and energy up. Melee I've been ignoring. I'm liking this. Let's do that. Let's seize an additional enemy. Alright, so search, we have to go back to the containment area. Ordinary. Containment. Ordinary. Seize gets me out of a pickle sometimes, so I can have a friend before his head pops. But so 1A, talking about the dolls, secret playhouse. 1B, the second side we called the meadow, but it was really just an empty lot with a bunch of weeds. There was a shack and a phone line. It smelled like flowers there. It was powerful, intoxicating. We had crazy dreams there. It must have been because of the smell. I didn't like it. Didn't like losing control. In the dreams, everything was melting, and then when we'd come out, everything had melted around the projector. Neil was really into it. We found out he'd been coming there more and more on his own. Then Tom beat the secret out of Neil and found the projector. He and his goons took it. We thought Neil had got lost inside the meadow when Tom changed the slide, but that's not what happened. Unconfirmed existence of additional slide, designation meadow. So we're piecing out this story little by little. Quit turning on me. What's this?
Let's see what they have on Ordinary. It's all here. Our home, our school, the woods, the dump.
Stage 3. And stage 2 was the not mother feeding them. Stage 3, Tom and the others had gotten worse, scarier. The math teacher, Mrs. Chester, tried to make them listen, and they pushed over a piano on her, broke her legs. Then Tom bashed her head in. Bye-bye, Mrs. Chester. I always liked her. I liked math. That was a tipping point. It was Lord of the Flies level bad. The grown-ups realized something was wrong. The police came and literally dragged Tom and Hugo and the others away. Tom was screaming that the not mother would make them all go away. They enacted a curfew for every kid in Ordinary. Mom and Dad were pissed, asking us about the dump, about everything. I remember wanting them gone like Tom had said. When we woke up the next morning, pretty much all the adults had just vanished. Was I responsible? Did I? I don't know. Disappearance of a majority of Ordinary's population confirmed to result from slide projector-related AWE. Okay. That's not cool. Preview. I don't want to set foot on that just yet.
Slide projector in the dump outside town. Did they recreate that too? Is that where they keep it?
Sorry, let me clean out my... I got 9 of 24 and so most of it's in here. Okay. Get rid of that accuracy. Recoils poor. 54, 31. Okay. Back here. Stage 1. Stage 2. Stage 3. Stage 4. Ordinary dump site.
You mentioned a poem last time we talked. By Thomas Zane?
Yes. Beyond the shadow you settle for, there's a miracle illuminated.
I looked the poem up. Only I couldn't find any poet by that name. I did find a European filmmaker who moved here in the 60s, named Thomas Sane.
What? I don't...
No matter. It suits you very well. The poem. How you see things. Maybe you wrote it yourself?
I didn't.
No matter. You've said a few times that you feel like there's a piece of you missing. Can we talk about that?
Okay. Yeah, it's this... I feel an emptiness, a yearning for something that I think I lost.
It's natural for you to feel that way. Your brother and your parents are dead.
No!
Fuck.
No. Dylan's not dead. And that's not even it.
You're referring to the imaginary friend from your childhood?
Polaris. She's come back. After a long time, she's calling me. In a dream I saw, she showed me things.
Jesse.
It felt more real than anything. As real as what happened in Ordinary.
The industrial accident in your hometown? That you believe Polaris caused?
No, it wasn't an accident. There was no industrial accident, and Polaris didn't cause it. She saved me and Dylan.
Jesse...
No! It was a cover-up. The government knows about it. There were agents there. Agents from... I don't know exactly, but they took Dylan. I'll find them. I won't stop looking. Polaris wants me to go to New York. There's a building there. I have to leave soon. I have to be there at a very specific time. Something hugely important is going to happen.
Jesse, you know we can't let you go until you're well. And that begins by understanding what's real and what's imagined.
Huh. So, she was contained? Wasn't like naturally going to see a psychiatrist. Was she like under psychiatric evaluation? Was she detained? Ordinary Supplement, August 30th, 2002, blah, blah, blah. Details are largely based on interviews conducted with Dylan Faden, see interviews blank and blank for relevant information, and the obtained therapy sessions of Jesse Faden, as well as circumstantial evidence found at the Ordinary site. Note that accounts provided by all three sources contain conflicting data. Example, DF claims there were 8 slides for the projector, while JF mentioned 9. The Bureau found 1 intact slide, designation 36, and the burnt remains of 6 others. Unfortunately, these slides are too badly damaged to be used in the projector. Jesse Faden is believed to be the individual responsible for burning the slides. Notes: Dr. Darling has ordered the entirety of the Ordinary town dump be brought to the Bureau for examination and analysis, with the hopes of finding additional slides or other altered materials. Due to the limited space in the investigation sector, this AWE will be investigated in the containment sector. Huh.
Moved the whole landfill here in the middle of New York, and nobody saw a thing. Pretty unbelievable.
dump cessation of work order. By order of Dr. Darling, all work in the ordinary dump is to stop effective immediately. Resources will be allocated to the blank department. Details will be forthcoming. This area will be sealed at the end of the month. Please remove all personal effects before that time. Any photographic slides, the type used in slide projectors, found in the area should be delivered to Dr. Darling immediately. Globe supplement. Wolf Globe. April 12th, 2010. The item was found in the penthouse suite at Blank, Toronto, belonging to David Wolf, who was being investigated for illegally dealing in altered materials. See case blank. Bureau agents raided his penthouse and found numerous paranatural belongings, including blank in this item. Mr. Wolf is arrested. Supplementary materials, article from the Toronto Daily. So why would a 36-year-old Bay Street investment trader, filthy rich, married to a model, disappear overnight? That's the question that's kept Toronto high society up at night this past week. Police say it's being looked into. Some nutjob radio show in the States claims he disappeared to join the Illuminati. But it's in this reporter's opinion that Dr. Wolf, bored of his job, sick of his family, left it all behind to retire in some remote beach paradise. Now he's sipping Mai Tais while the world thinks he's dead. So we saw the globe in that area, in the Panopticon. Does it take people? Fuck. Buddy boy. Going back down. Sorry. annoying.
We should check that lab.
So fucking annoying. Check the lab. Because sometimes you can't find the right weapon. Maybe spin would have worked, I don't know. Yeah. Album cover. I was 9 or something when I found my dad's Old Gods album. I became a huge fan instantly. Bike. Washing machine.
Effective immediately. I'm setting up a new department. Dimensional research in the research sector. Transferring the slide projector there. That's where my focus will be now. The ordinary site remains as is. We'll be back to... I don't know when.
Darling took the projector to the research sector. He dedicated a whole area to it, so he knew it was important. Dimensional research. That's where we go next.
Finished Tango, search for the slide projector and dimensional research. The jukebox. A dark place. Investigate the sector elevator. Well, I mean, that sounds horrible, right? Yeah.
Dylan's a lost cause. I know I struggled to see this, but we've contained him now. I wish I had sided with Marshall. Back when it was just one person. So many dead. I thought his youth was an asset. Just too much too soon. Effective immediately. I'm setting up a new department. Dimensional research in the research sector. Transferring the slide projector there. That's where my focus will be now. The ordinary site remains as is. We'll be back to... I don't know when.
We're heading back to Central Executive. I don't know what this is. Oh, this gets us back to the turntable? No idea. Jesse just showed up, buddy. Maybe? Let's get the slam. I think the stuff was caused before, so the entities, the guys in red that I keep fighting, are called the Hiss. And apparently they might have come through the slide projector. That's nice. It uses all my energy. What just fucking... You son of a bitch. Blowing up things here. It's Astral Construct. Let's see what we got here. Alright. fast travel back to Central Executive. Let's go see what Emily has to say. I got a new outfit too. We'll see what that looks like. Oh. So we got the golden suit. We have candidate P7. And we have civilian. Let's stick with civilian for now. Let's go in here and let's see what Emily, if Emily has anything.
The resonance emitted from the HRAs is purely antithetical to every variant of the Hiss signal I can arrange. But how did Darling create it?
Emily Pope, by order of director Jesse Faden. If we understand the Hiss to be a force based on vibration and resonance, then perhaps their incantation, which is now the agreed upon term for their vocalizations, is an effort to express that resonance using human vocal cords and speech. Would there be differences if the incantation were recited in a different language? The most common word used is want. Interestingly, every usage of the word is attributed to a you. You want to listen. You want this to be true. You must want these waves to drag you away. Are we the you the Hisses are referring to? Does the Hiss believe humanity, possibly all non-Hiss life, wants to join it? To be consumed by it? Is that its goal? The second most used words are through and time. Is this possibly the Hiss stating how they arrived here? Or an indication of its age? There is a clear intention in the words. Dismissing the incantation as nonsense, as some of my colleagues recommend, is beyond idiotic. Refer to blank for full report.
Do you remember Mr. Tomasi, the head of communications? The Hiss he was changed into showed up in containment, near the turntable.
I'll take care of it. That thing's not getting away this time.
I've heard reports about his particular use of language and intonation when repeating the Hiss babbling. The biological and behavioral distinctions between different Hiss-corrupted individuals is truly fascinating. I wonder if I could categorize the data.
And she's already off on her own thing. I've been seeing these Darling presentations all over. Seems like he enjoys the limelight.
So you noticed, huh? When he recruited me out of college, he actually came to visit. He interrupted my physics course by shouting, not quite, Professor, and then marching down to the front of the class where he proceeded to berate the very idea of laws of thermodynamics. Hey, he's been a showboat all his life.
Darling visited you in college?
Yeah, he read a paper I'd published, came to recruit me for the Bureau. I accepted and then spent years waiting for access to the confidential research that Darling promised me. And whenever I ask about my access level, he just mumbles that it's temporarily postponed and then changes the subject to the effect of entropy on luck.
I wonder who else Darling hid his work from. Marshall? Trench? Have you learned anything about Dylan's condition?
Only that he's definitely Hiss, but I guess his chanting made that pretty obvious. You know, interestingly, the words of the Hiss incantation have an average length of 4 letters. The most common word used 7 times is want. The next most common are through and time. That's very interesting, don't you think?
I don't care about the words. What about my brother?
Right. Sorry, I got a little off track. Well, strangely, his tissue samples all look healthy, unlike the other Hiss I've tested.
That's good news. Right?
I wanted to talk to you about the crazy things I can do. My abilities. I get the sense that they're not very usual around here.
Well, usual and unusual aren't really benchmarks at the Bureau, but for some perspective, Director Northmore once used the floppy disk to send a bowling ball 6 yards through the air, and that was considered a huge deal. So compared to that, you are most certainly an outlier.
An outlier. I like the sound of that.
I should get going.
Don't let me hold you up.
I need the containment protocols for every altered item or object of power with an audio-related effect.
I'll send a team to contact Langston and get that information, sir. If yes, why? What do we tell him?
Tell him that the Hiss work through sound, so any countermeasures designed for similar altered items should be considered for field use. Man, I never thought I'd be working in the executive sector. Look at me now, Ma.
I have to go.
Me too. You're not the only one who's busy, you know.
Alright, well, on that lovely note, I think we're going to call it for the evening. Thanks to all of you for hanging out. Glad you're enjoying this, or some part of it, whether it's my punishment and misery and not being able to get through things, or sharing in the awkward weird, or maybe some of you have already beaten this and just waiting for my reactions. Nonetheless, your attendance is appreciated. I'll be back again. I stream Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. Central. So I'll be back again Monday to continue this and possibly beat this game next week. Thank you, Lexi. You have a good one too. So until then, you guys have a great weekend, and be back Monday at 6. Enjoy.